And we are live. I need to move my camera a little bit. There we go. Okay, everybody. Welcome to D&D Play 20. We are a live D&D game streaming channel, and we just love to have fun. And tonight is our opportunity to have fun in a new way with D&D. We are going to have a random element to our game, and this is the first episode. Our game tonight is called Session Zero, and if you would like to contribute, please do follow so you can contribute to the Twitch chat. If you want to subscribe, please feel free. You can do so free through Amazon Prime. And if you would like to cheer or help the party, you can spend bits on us. Party advantages. The entire party will get one advantage for only 1,000 bits. Who can beat that? And even long rest benefits. And go, go, go. There's Pug saying go, go, go. Okay.
Hey, Pug.
So what is Session Zero? Session Zero is something new that I wanted to try. It's kind of a catch-all for all kinds of things. Tonight it is for this new concept in D&D gaming, but on other nights it may be interviews where we interview veteran players, that sort of thing. We may be teaching new players how to play, helping them learn how to make characters. We're going to have building character episodes. We're going to have all kinds of episodes that hopefully even some celebrity guests eventually. And we're just going to have fun with this whole Session Zero concept. Now you may notice in our overlay here on Twitch, there is a blank Player 5 window that, well, it's not blank, it says Think Positive. That's because you can join in as a guest player on another night, say next time we play. If you can't commit to a full-time campaign, but you can commit to one night appearance here and there, that's what Player 5 is for. So that we can encourage new players. You can be new. We can encourage veteran players. Who knows who could end up joining? So, and I think that is all the... Oh, by the way, we are a clean channel. We do not swear during our broadcast, which my players may or may not know. So, we are going to try to keep it so that even your kids can watch. So, I guess that's the beginning. Here's what we've done so far. Each of our players tonight have had the opportunity to generate 3 of their top choices for race, for their college study. I'll get into that more later. And we are going to randomly roll to see what they end up with. Are the 4 of you ready for that?
Absolutely.
As ready as I'll ever be.
We have all been chomping at the bit for this. Okay, how about introductions?
Sounds good to me.
I'm glad you spoke up. Would you start and then pass it to the next person that you would like to nominate, player 2, 3, or 4, and each person passes it to the player they would like?
I'm Whisper Joe for those of you who are TDR fans, and Ellerin for those of you from my Pantheon Guild. I am, I guess, what I would call an intermediate D&D player. I'm actually a pandemic D&D player. I started playing in about May of 2020 and completely fell in love with it and wished I had started sooner. Yep, that's me. And I'm going to go pass it to the person just on my right, which is Belvedere.
Good evening, everybody. Belvedere, aka Jason, coming from Ontario. So, hello. I've been playing for probably 2 years now. My kid joined a group at school. Finally, I had somebody to play with, so I started to learn from there. So, thanks for the opportunity. Let's keep on going down the line to player three.
Hi, my name is Chase, or you might see me in the Twitch chat as Fox and Cox. I'll be playing as Sebastian this go round. I've been playing D&D for about 3-ish years. So excited to get into it and get into another campaign because it's been too long. And we'll pass it on to player 4.
Hi. My name is Mariana. I'm from Portugal. And I thought I was a newbie here, but I've technically been playing D&D since I was 16, so that's 7 years ago. I still play.
Oh God, are you younger than my son?
Hi. Yes, I'm very young. Yeah, so I've been playing for a while. I love it. I just never had, since for many years I've not had a constant group of people to play with, so I'm quite happy for the opportunity to be back playing.
And you also stream gameplay on your Twitch channel, don't you?
Not for a long time, but yeah, occasionally. Vagabundas or Vagabunda 69 for anyone who's seen me in the TDR chat.
And I am Peter. I am in Bradenton, Florida, not where I was born, it's where I'm a prisoner. And I have been playing for 5 minutes. So I'm the newest one here. No, I have been DMing for just barely over 1 year. 2 weeks past a year, believe it or not. I've been playing and DMing for that long. Whisper Joe was in my first DM'd game. Well, she was present for my first DM game. And
Yes.
Boy, I was so green that I used Photoshop for the maps to move the maps around. That's how green I was. So, but now I'm just mediocre. So, let's have some fun. So, I am going to go ahead and tab to the proper window here. And one sec here, and boom. Here is the screen we will be using most of the night. This is the page that our players are on in Roll20 right now. And by the way, I did get your character images. You might see them off to the right there on this screen. I believe this. Let me just give permission to you so you can show it if you decide to. And I forget which one the male one was from. Is that Sebastian?
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay. Okay, you should be able to move your picture now. If you will notice, we have 5 tokens. The viewers can't see this, but we have 5 tokens going down the left side of the screen. That's in case we need them, and that is how we will appear at the very start once we're on a map. The parts of a sailboat are there because you are all just graduated from college, and you are going on one last vacation before you enter the workplace. Unfortunately, you chose to sail together on this sailboat. And everything went great for nearly a week. And now you're way out there in, of all places, the Bermuda Triangle. It's a little cliche, but I like being that way. And that's when a storm started rolling in. So right now, you are all on board this ship, and the waves are kicking up as the storm is getting closer. So our first step tonight is going to be rolling. I will need Whisper Joe to roll a D100, please.
Okay, if I can actually type.
Oh, by the way, you are allowed to use physical dice if you prefer.
85.
85. Uh-oh. Where's my graphic? Let me just find where I put them. Oh, I remember. Okay. Now, just to clarify, your studies were... I'm scrolling here. History, chemistry, and psychology?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, 85, you ended up with psychology. And in this, a psychology later will become a barbarian. I believe that is what I originally put in the chart. So, player 2, start your engine. You can roll a D100 now.
It's an 80 for me.
Ooh. Okay. You are wildlife biology, a druid.
Okay.
And player 3,
I'm confused which one is who, sorry.
oh,
You're player 4, so player
I'm
3.
playing 4, got it.
Yep.
I got a 98.
wow, you're all rolling the later numbers here. You are, oh, ding, 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 ding. You rolled for druid, wildlife studies. So, because we already have a druid, you have the option of keeping that or rolling again.
I'll roll again so we can spread it out.
Okay.
$45.
Uh-oh.
Did he get druid again?
No. You are graduated from the College of Medicine. You are a cleric.
That's useful. That's helpful.
Yeah. Quite.
And finally, player 4.
I'll hand roll if that's okay.
Yep.
I got 75.
I should have just made everything 66 through 100. You also rolled a druid, so
Druid.
you have the option of keeping or rolling again.
I'll roll again. Oh, 0 zeros would be, because I got a 1 and 2 0 zeros. Would that be 100? Oh, that would be 1. I never know.
I think that's 1.
It's a hun.
Oh, I don't know.
'Cause I've got double zeros and a 1. So, whichever, I'll leave it up to you.
It must be 001 because if you
Yeah.
had double zeros and a 9, it wouldn't be 900, right?
Exactly.
I think all zeros would be 100.
I think
Got
you're
it.
right.
Okay, so it'd be 1. What's
Whichever
the
one
number
isn't a
one?
druid. Whichever one isn't a druid.
Oh boy. So, you ended up with linguistics as your college study.
Wizard.
Yep, you are a wizard.
Wizard.
I am a wizard.
So, let me just mark that down here. I should have written it down. Okay, we have Belvedere. What did you roll? I mean, what did you end up with?
Druid.
All right. And Whisper Joe, you ended up with
Barbarian.
Barbarian. All right, there we go. So, before we get to the races, which I mixed up your racial choices so that you won't know what race you're going to be until you wake up on a beach.
Oh. Aye, aye.
So
Foreshadowing.
I plan on
Yeah.
torturing you.
Yep, sounds like our boat is going to sink.
Yeah. What could go wrong in the middle of the storm? In the Bermuda Triangle.
So let's go over some rules and policies because this is tradition for session 0. Of course, on behavior, you have the language to keep it clean. I don't want to have to deal with somebody purposely ignoring it, so if it's purposely ignored. However, if accidents happen, just say sorry and move on. Of course, respectful of one another and the viewers, and especially me because I get my feelings hurt so easily. We will have.
Is it okay?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, is it okay? Is it okay if I swear by mistake in another language? Is that fine? Because usually when I swear by mistake, it's not in English. So.
I'm not going to rule on that one.
I apologize in advance.
If we get a viewer that understands what you say. Wait, is it going to be in Spanish?
No,
Okay.
no. It's
Portuguese is what I
okay.
believe they
Yeah,
speak
it's
in
Portuguese.
Portugal.
Yes.
So
It's going to be Elvish.
there will be no purposeful sexual themes, no being disrespectful to another person's beliefs or lifestyle, or their pronoun of choice. There will be no D&D rules debate. If we are not sure about something, we'll discuss it for 10-15 seconds, and then I'll make a ruling on it, and then after the episode, before the next episode, I will try to figure out what the answer is, and we can discuss it in private. And the same thing goes if you take offense, please don't say I can't play anymore or anything like that. Just come to me in private, and we'll discuss it, and I'll deal with the matter. But we will handle those at a game. If you plan to roleplay a confrontation with another character in private messages through Zoom, ask them if it's okay. Or give them a heads up, maybe discuss it for a few minutes. If you can plan it ahead of an episode, that's best, and you can plan it together and make sure no one is offended, like if your character is jumping another character's case or something like that. And also, when it comes to spending channel points, which we call Pantheon points, I'll get into that in a second. Right now, I do not have any real benefits to players in the channel points for this episode, but going forward after tonight's episode, there will be opportunities to help out one another with that. All I ask is that you not help yourself out. If you're going to spend your channel points on someone, spend them on one of the other players. And let's see. Feats. When you level up, you cannot choose a feat. You will make a list of your top 3 feats of choice once you know what your classes are. You can update this list at any time. And when I feel that you have earned a feat through role playing or gameplay or something like that, I will roll, and that will be the feat that you get. Or you will roll. We'll cross that line when we get to it. So that means when you level up, even at level 4, 8, 12, and so forth, you can choose to put points into your abilities. And the random element will help prevent metagaming and min-maxing and that sort of thing. And here's the big thing. I hesitate to bring this up. Death saves. No one will roll death saves. I will roll them for you, and you will not know how close you are to dying. Because people will tend to, oh, that person's got 2 more death saves, so I can get to them in a minute. Meanwhile, that player is stuck doing nothing because, they're down. This way, it'll put more of a emergency feel to it. And now, I've never done this. I'm hoping it works. If we end up having a problem with that, I'll remove that rule. But I'd like to try it. And flanking. Flanking is really easy with me. All you need to do is from the position of your character, if you can use the ruler tool to pass through the NPC, the creature that you're flanking, and touch one of your players in an adjacent square and still have the ruler tool touching the enemy, that is a flank.
And you repeat that.
Sure.
I also am confused, sorry.
In fact, I'll do better than that. I will demonstrate for you on... Do all of you know what the ruler tool is, first of all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's say we have player 1 and player 2 is the bad guy. And player 3 is another teammate. If you use the ruler tool, where is the ruler tool? And you pass through from your character to your teammate that's near in the adjacent square to the enemy, then that is flanking. But if the teammate is, say, right there, the ruler tool, without hitting Q, of course, can't pass through and still be touching both. So you
Okay,
have
gotcha.
a cone of effect there. So if player 3 were, say, in this square right here, I believe, yeah, you can just barely touch both of them. Well, not just barely, but you can touch the enemy. And so is that, everybody understand that?
Got it.
Yep.
All
Yeah,
right.
got it.
So where'd I put my windows here? Now I put that graphic of the sailboat up so that we don't have to memorize the pieces of a ship. So if you are trying to say where you're at, it doesn't say starboard or anything like that. So we'll just go front of the ship, back of the ship, left or right of the ship. Nat 1s. If a Nat 1 is rolled, there is a chance your sword could break, or your weapon could break, or something weird could happen as a result. Maybe it bounces off a shield and plunks you and knocks you back a step, whatever the case. And leveling will be milestone. And when it comes to gems, I will not say what kind of gem you loot. All the gems will be lumped by value. And then if you need one, say the cleric needs to revivify somebody, then they just take that, what is it, 300 or 500 in diamonds. But they take that.
500. One diamond worth 500 platinum.
Well, you could take a gem out of the party loot and say this is a. Well, you would take 500 worth of diamonds, of gems out, and say this is my 500 diamond one. So.
Just so y'all know, we won't be doing that. No remarks.
Yeah, so mainly
Damn it.
because I don't want y'all to have to write down 10 different gems. So, and I believe you all know that we play, the viewers may not know, we will be playing normally on the second and fourth Sunday of each month. This month is a little hectic because we're starting the things out and that sort of thing. So, and why random? Well, just to make it hard on my players? No, really, it's to prevent min-maxing, metagaming, hopefully, and add an element of surprise for the players and the viewers, and probably me at this point. So, the name of your sailboat, by the way, who wants to own the sailboat? Let's each of you roll a D100.
Please let it not be me. Please let it not be me.
80.
Would help
As
if
you
I could type
100,
again.
80.
80?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Deep breath. And I can type. I can type.
So,
7. Yes. Unless it's low roll. I don't want to vote.
Mariana, you are the proud owner of a new sailboat.
I was literally like, not me, please.
The name of this boat is called
Ah.
the Drifter. What would that be in your language?
Oh. I don't think we have a word for drift, actually. Like
really?
a direct translation. Yeah. Drapage. Or drapage. is
Okay,
the
we'll
closest.
stick with Drifter. I can't say that. I have trouble with D&D names. So, you've all been enjoying. Now you see a storm approaching the ship. Now, Mariana, you are the expert sailor. Your parents bought you this sailboat for a graduation present. And so you are the ship's captain. Right now, the sails are up. The wind is picking up, gradually getting stronger and stronger. The waves are starting to get choppy, and you know that in a storm, you do not want your sails up because the wind would catch the sail and blow the ship over, the boat over. So, what do you tell your teammates?
Up, guys, this is bad news. I don't like what I'm seeing about the weather. Let's get those sails all closed up, please. Otherwise, we'll be upside down in no time. Come on, help me, someone. We need to close the sails.
So,
Got my gel set put on. I can't. Take
Yeah,
the sail down, it'll ruin my manicure.
I just came on the boat to drink. You didn't teach me how to do any of this.
Oh, I can
Literally
see where
just
this is
pulling
going.
These ropes. It's
She
literally
points
just
at a
pulling these
crank.
ropes.
on the mast and says, "Just turn that."
Can I just,
I'll hand Sebastian my vodka tonic. Like, fine, I'll turn the crank.
Gladly accept the vodka tonic.
So, Whisper, I would like you to roll me a dex save, please.
Okay.
Just
but
roll
I
a
don't have any-
d20. If it's 10 or lower, you failed. If it's 11 or higher, You succeed.
I failed.
I'm
Miserably.
sorry to tell you, but as you start to turn the crank, you break a nail.
Ah. Well,
What's the problem? Is it not cranking?
I can't. My nails are set too long. I can't grab onto the crank.
Boys!
Okay, I'll finish.
something.
I'll throw back the vodka tonic and I'll go over and I'll help with the crank.
Kids don't drink at home. So
I'll like give Sebastian the evil eye for drinking my drink.
I didn't want to spill it.
Well, you could have handed it to me.
You broke a nail. You're in duress.
All the more reason I need the drink.
So as
There is a
Sebastian,
clear roll eyes. I clearly roll my eyes at this right now.
as Sebastian starts to crank, the waves are getting rougher and rougher. The wind is getting stronger and stronger. It is hard to crank that. So I need you to roll a d20, and if you get 10 or lower, you can't crank it. If you roll 11 or higher, you're slowly cranking it. If you get a nat 20, you're having no issue.
11.
Ooh, you start slowly cranking, and the sail starts coming down slowly. But the wind is blowing against the sail, making the ropes taut, and it's pulling against you, but you keep going. Belvedere, the waves are picking up. The boat is rocking unsteadily. Please give me a Constitution save. D20. I keep saying
A
save.
6.
You suddenly feel nauseous and maybe a little dizzy. I think you're coming down with motion sickness. So,
Do not puke on my boat!
Tuck the railing under one arm and try and hold my balance. Just head spinning.
where are you?
I'll
grabbing
take
on?
my.
I'm gonna say probably around here.
On the railing?
Yeah, on that
Okay.
little post.
Okay. What were you
I'm
going
gonna
to
try
say?
to grab some. I'm gonna try to grab some Dramamine out of my Birkin bag, and hand it to Belvedere.
By the way, Mariana, would you please roll a d20?
I'm assuming it's getting hard to steer as well. 10.
You realize, as you're watching Sebastian crank that sail crank, and Belvedere about to blow chunks, you realize you forgot to hand out life preservers, which are stored below deck. So, what do you do?
Ah, shoot. I'm sorry, I forgot what's your name, Whisper Joe, sorry.
Well, I don't
On
have
the
it.
game.
I haven't named my character yet in the game.
Oh, okay. So I'll be like, I know you can't crank. Can you hold this for me real quick? I need to grab something important. And I saw as soon as she starts approaching the
rudder?
The rudder.
To steer it?
I will leg it down to find.
I'll grab the rudder.
Yeah, I'll just leg it as fast as I can to try and get them.
So, Whisper, as you are taking hold of the rudder by another mutter, you have to give a strength roll. So, roll a d20, please.
$15.
Good job. You're having no trouble. Belvedere, d20 for perception check, please.
That's a 12.
You see ahead of the boat a rather large wave coming at the drifter. It's not gigantic. It's about 8 feet high.
I see it coming, but as I start to kind of release my arm to wave everybody, my stomach kind of turns, and I just close my eyes and grab the rail again.
So,
Okay,
just quick question.
Sebastian.
I'm inside at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Inside, you can feel the front of the boat starting to rise a little bit. Sebastian, you are still cranking away. I'm going to have you roll a D4 and a D... Actually, 2 D8s.
So 8 altogether combined, a 2 and a 6.
Good job. You have it down halfway. The sails are halfway down. And as you glance, you're well, give me a perception with a D20 here.
A 1.
Okay, you're so focused on that crank. You're like straining, and you're trying to crank that thing. It's so hard. By the way, what was your college study again?
Medicine.
Okay, so you weren't an athlete. So this is really hard to crank for you. And your bulging muscles, they're just bulging inwardly, are straining. Your face is red with the effort. You have salt water washing down in your eyes, blocking you from seeing this wave approaching the boat. Mariana, you feel the boat rising up a little more, and you realize something's happening that shouldn't be happening. You
What are they
grab
doing up there?
the life preservers, 4 of. Well, I would imagine you put one on first,
Yeah, I'll put one and
Yeah.
grab.
so at
the
least
other
you'll
3.
live. And-
Yeah, I'll grab the other 3 and I'll run out.
Give me a D20, please.
10 again. Apparently, that's all I know how to roll.
As you come up out from below deck and start hurrying toward Whisper to give her a life preserver, your feet slip on the slippery deck, and you land on your rear end and start sliding towards the rudder. Whisper, would you
Well-
give me a D20, please?
7.
I'm sorry?
7.
As she collides, she just misses hitting the rudder, whatever is there between you. She collides with you and knocks you back toward the back of the boat. Now the rudder is on the back of the boat. You have a chance to grab the railing as you tip over backwards over the railing.
Oh God. So what do I?
A D20.
I will.
Can I try to see that I knocked her and try to grab her too? I'll let go of everything I have.
You can roll a D20 to try to grab her with disadvantage because
Oh,
you're sliding.
Now I need something special. Oh,
'Cause I rolled a
disadvantage. 13.
Okay, what did you roll, Whisper?
6.
You tumble backwards over the railing, and just as your hands are flailing like this, and you're like, ah! And she manages somehow to grab your shirt, holding
I
on
got
to the
it.
railing with one arm, and grab your shirt and pull you back before you go fully overboard.
I got you. Put this on. Right now.
Thank you. Thank you. I will put the
Life preserver.
life jacket on as quickly as humanly possible.
So You had a pretty close call. And as you turn and you look down behind the boat, you realize how close you really were, because those waters are just churning and going back and forth, and the rain is cold. And you all know, because during the calm days you might have taken a dip in the ocean. You know the water is cold this far out. So thankfully you didn't fall overboard. You see that there is a safety cord attached to the deck that you can loop around yourself to anchor yourself on the deck as you control the rudder.
Just the one cord?
One cord for you, yes.
So I will put that cord on and I will grab the rudder again. But meanwhile, I'm just like glaring at the whole situation. And you can kind of see me getting angry.
Okay, so rain
I'm
is
grittedly determined.
rain is pelting down now. I mean, it is coming down, thick drops, splashing, hitting your face so hard the wind is picking up that it's stinging your face a little bit for all of you. Mariana?
Can I try and reach Sebastian, who's cranking the sails? So give him his.
So you regain your footing and roll a d20.
I'm just going to be muttering to myself, go on a boat ride, they said. Have a great time in the Caribbean, they said. It'll be fun.
Meantime, you hear whisper.
You rolled a 5?
Yes. Sorry.
So you...
Sorry, everybody.
As you climb up right here, you lose your footing again. I mean, it's not your fault. I mean, it's pelting rain. There's saltiness on the deck because you've been over the ocean there. And your feet slip out from under you again. And you start sliding fast. Sebastian, give me a d20, please.
Gonna roll into me now, isn't she? I can feel it coming. 7.
She collides with your feet, swiping them out from under you, and you start to slide too. As you're falling downward, you grab onto the crank and you hit your jaw on the metal handle. And it busts your lip, so you're bleeding a little bit. You're kind of dazed, but you somehow manage to hold on to the crank. Meanwhile, Mariana keeps sliding. Belvedere, give me a d20, please.
I'm sorry.
14.
Belvedere, barely holding the contents of his stomach inside his stomach, glances you coming at him. He heard Sebastian grunt as he hit his jaw, and he manages to reach out and catch you before you slide off the front of the ship or into the railing at the front of the ship.
Thanks. Pull me up now.
As I'm pulling up, I just managed to swallow it back down. And as I kind of catch my breath, I'll be like, guys. And I'll be like nodding over behind you at this giant wave that's probably almost on top of us now.
I will get up, look at it, and just give you like almost hitting you with the safety. I always forget the name of it.
The safety. Oh, the preserver.
The preserver, yes. I'm like, oh boy. I'm not sure how we're gonna do that. Try to turn boat sideways to see if we can. Try to turn it sideways. See if we can slide it and not yet. When I say you turn it sideways, I'm hoping that we go up the wave and when it's starting to crash down, we turn it slightly so that it doesn't we don't fall backwards. If you get what I'm saying?
Yep, where the top flips over the rear. That's
Yeah,
called
exactly.
turning turtle.
Okay, I don't know. I'm supposed to know this, but
I'm
let's pretend
calling
I
it
did.
that in tribute to Gerber11, who is in chat because he plays a turtle.
Aw.
I'm just gonna
when-
slide.
when-
Just gonna slide my arm through the life preserver and wrap them around that post again.
I'm gonna
And as
notice.
I'm screaming at Mariana, so which way do I turn the rudder?
When I say choose a side and turn.
Which side?
And you can
There's two of them.
You can hear that I'm laughing nervously, right? I'm panicking myself.
And by this time, that wave is no longer 8 feet high, it's 10 feet high. And it's
Have I
about
noticed-
50 yards away.
Have I noticed yet that I'm the only one that doesn't have a life preserver?
I'm sure you have. You saw the orange life preservers flash by just before your jaw connected with the crank.
I guess I'll shout out, Mariana. Hand me one of those?
I will try to make my. Can I go on my hands and knees at this time, see if I can get there without sliding as much?
We're
I'm
all
sorry,
gonna
repeat that.
die. We're all gonna die.
Can I try to go on my hands and knees towards
Yes, you can.
Sebastian to see if I have less
And
chance of sliding?
By the way, as you're on your hands and knees, give me a D20.
Oh no. I'm sorry, everyone. I got a 1.
Oh no.
Oh! Oh! Well,
Oh no.
wow, a nat. Is it a nat? Yeah, it's a nat one.
It's a nat one.
Oh, goodness. Let's see. As the ship is rising at the front, you begin to slide. Panic.
Whoa.
Panic rises within you as you start sliding straight for Sebastian.
If you hit me again,
Well, Sebastian, you are still dazed. So give me 2d20s. You're rolling with disadvantage.
is there a certain command I have to type for disadvantage, or just roll 2?
Just roll 2.
Uh, 6 is the lower one.
Oh no.
She slides head first into you. Now you are dazed, and she is going head first. You're crouched. So when she connects, it is the top of her head slamming right in the Netherlands.
How sure are we this is a no swearing channel?
Very sure. So now your eyes are cross-eyed, and you end up letting go of the crank, and you're both sliding toward Whisper. Whisper, give me a D20, please.
Only after you agree to pay my co-pay for my anxiety meds. 19.
Good. That's very
Whisper
good.
sees the two of you coming, and she is tied in, so she knows she's not going to fall off the ship. So she lets go of the rudder and grabs both of you by the life. Well, you don't have a life preserver. By the shirt. I'm pointing at my screen like you're going to see me pointing at you. and she grabs Mariana by the life preserver, barely stopping the two of you from sliding underneath the railing on the side of the ship. She saved your lives.
Sorry. Thank you.
Now,
I'll-
You guys gotta try to find these lifelines. They're great.
I look at Whisper Joe and I go, thank you. I look at Mariana and go, if this happens one more time.
I'm sorry. You need to say that in a higher pitched voice.
Don't even know if I can.
Whisper Joe. Mariana, if this happens again.
Come on, you can do
Okay.
it.
Thank you, Whisper Joe. Mariana, if you do that again.
Sorry. I'll hand you the last life preserver.
Oh my God. If he doesn't get inspiration for that, I don't know who's getting
I'll give
inspiration.
him inspiration for that.
Thank
one.
you.
That was great.
Whisper,
I'm
roll a
putting on the life
D4,
preserver.
please.
Okay.
Yeah, you let go of the rudder. Uh-oh.
I got a 4.
Because you let go of the rudder, the ship turns completely 160 degrees as the wind is blowing, catching the sails, which are only halfway down. Catching the sails, the ship starts to tilt a little bit as it's turning one way, and then when it starts turning the other 180 degrees, the ship tilts really far the other way as the wind is catching the sail, and then you're facing the wave again. What do you do?
What do I do?
Yep.
I am still desperately hanging on to Mariana and Sebastian. I am going to scream like a little girl.
Well, amazingly enough, that scream of a little girl is more manly than Sebastian's.
Fair. It's fair.
I swear, if we make it through, I am going to be very angry and somebody's gonna pay.
If
Whisper
we
Joe.
survive,
Kindred,
I'm
kindred
coming out
spirits.
again.
I ask for a manager.
Now I have some bad news for all of you. The wave is there.
Is it pot?
The ship tilts up and up and up about 45 degrees, reaches the crest of the wave, and then starts tilting down as it rides the back of the wave. Everybody give me a D20.
Ready for another nat one?
It's a 9.
It's a
Did better than
6.
I got an 8.
17.
Sebastian, yay.
Sebastian.
You're the only one who's not going to fall off.
Yeah.
Mariana, what did you roll?
6.
Oh, wow. So, Whisper Joe, you start to slide toward the front of the ship, but your cord yanks you to a stop. Your safety line does. After about 3 feet of sliding.
Am I still hanging on to Mariana and Sebastian, or
Well, give me a D20 and let's see if... 2 D20s. One for Mariana, one for Belvedere. Belvedere, you rolled a low number too, right?
I did.
I got a nat 20 and a 16.
You
How am I
managed to
go-
hold on as they start to slide and you start to slide. You manage to maintain your grip just barely. Your fingers are hurting with the strain, and you manage to keep them from continuing. So when you jerk to a stop, right after that, they jerk to a stop.
I will turn to Whisper Joe and say, have I told you I love you? I think I don't.
Not enough!
Definitely not enough. Thanks.
I'm seeing where I'm getting my rage from.
Sebastian, you are right there. Seeming amazingly enough, you managed to maintain your position. You're the only one that didn't slide. You're next to the rudder, which is starting to kind of turn a little bit.
I guess I'll grab the rudder and try to stabilize us on this huge wave the best that I can.
Okay, so you're starting to recover from the collision. From here on, we will call
The
it
incident.
the collision. and so your voice is almost back to normal. Do you have? What do you say to Mariana? Who, by the way, Mariana, roll a d20.
Oh no.
Because
I'm gonna do it with a different die this time. Okay, 12.
you just barely managed to hold on to the 2 life preservers that you were carrying.
Oh, I thought I had handed the last one to Sebastian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay,
did.
so-
After the 5th slide, I lost count. Before
After
this
the
last
incident.
one.
After the
After the
incident.
incident, I handed it
collision.
to him. The collision. Thank you.
So Belvedere is the only one without one.
No, Belvedere has one.
No, yeah,
Oh, so you gave them all out?
yeah. I
Okay.
managed somehow through the slides to give them all out.
Okay, so then you rolled for no reason. My fault. The one time you succeed, it don't count. So, so the ship starts riding the back of the wave, and it's kind of like going down a water slide at an amusement park. That's what it feels like. And luckily, Whisper Joe is able to grab hold and stop everybody from going for a dip, except for Sebastian, who is grabbing the rudder and feeling, well, maybe not good physically, but good about himself because he managed to grab the rudder and not slide with you. So the boat starts to balance out, level out a little bit, and even though it's rocking a lot, the wind is blowing, you see a little tear start in one of the sails. Now the drifter has 2 sails, so Sebastian, you are the one that noticed the tear starting because you were the one cranking the sail, so you're more aware of it. How do you react to that?
I'm gonna, with one hand still on the rudder, I'm gonna just point at the sails and be like, I don't think it's supposed to do that.
I don't
Oh.
sail, and even I don't think it's supposed to do that.
Oh no. I will once again, hands and knees, try to crawl my way as best as I can to the crank, see if I can finish the cranking.
Okay, you can roll a d20. And Belvedere, what are you doing at this point?
Well, after that close call, I'm going to put my life jacket on properly. I thought I was hanging on pretty tight, but that wave caught me by surprise. And then I guess I'll look around for one of these tie straps and see if I can hook myself in as well.
You see one right next to you. It's
Oh,
about 6 feet long, and it is anchored to. It's bolted to the deck, basically. About mid-boat, midship. I don't know.
okay.
So, and Whisper, you are already anchored. You're able to let go of them now. So, what are you doing at this point?
I'm going to try to get back to the rudder and get a hold of the rudder.
Okay. Give me a d20. What did you roll, Mariana?
15.
Good job. So you crawl over to the crank and you try to start cranking it. Give me a d20 for that. Whisper, what was your roll?
9.
Uh-oh. Whisper,
Mm-hmm.
your balance causes you to slip as the boat is rocking. and your feet slip out from under you. Now you are anchored to the deck, so you're not going to go overboard. But you do start sliding to the side of the boat. Give me a D20.
Sebastian's
Do I?
gonna get hit
Is
again.
she is she sliding past me while I'm by the rudder? Can I like try to grab her with one hand as she slides by?
Yeah. give
And
me-
I rolled a 13.
Okay, you
I rolled-
managed to catch yourself on the railing. And, Sebastian, what did you roll?
An 11.
Sebastian manages to grab you by the life preserver and pull you over to the rudder.
I'm never going on a boat again. That's what I say to
It's a
Whisper
ba-
Joe.
I look at Sebastian like, you and me both.
That reminded me of B.A. Baracus on A-Team. I'm never going to fly again. So,
I rolled a 7, so I guess I'm not cranking.
you are straining to... You know what? Maybe you should roll digital dice. But you are straining. The wind is just blowing those sails so hard that it's hard to crank. You want to try again?
Yeah, I'll try again.
Okay,
I-
so you
if
adjust
the-
your position and try to get more leverage.
That's better. I got 17, so that's better.
And finally, that crank starts turning. And the sails start lowering. So give me a D8, please.
Could have had a D8. Oh.
I wonder if they've even heard that commercial. I
I
got
think
it
I've dated.
immediately.
That was
I
a
think-
4.
I think I've dated myself.
What was that, Mariana?
4.
A 4?
Mm-hmm. On
You
a
are
D8.
able to lower it 4 feet. There's only 4 feet left to lower it.
I'll
So,
continue cranking.
Sebastian and Whisper. Oh, well, actually, Belvedere. What are you doing at this moment?
I guess I'll look for another. See if I can find 2 more of the tie straps.
Okay. Give me a D20 for a perception roll. Whisper and Sebastian, you two are at the rudder. What do you do?
So I'm at the rudder, but have I regained control of the rudder?
Well, Sebastian had taken control of it.
Oh, he had taken control of it, yes.
So you can either relieve him of it, or, although he seems to have an iron grip on that rudder as he's shaking from the cold and the rain.
I'm going to try to be like on the opposite like side of the rudder from him and hold it too. So there's like 2 of us holding.
Okay.
I'm gonna say to Whisper Joe, where did you get that cord thing? I need one of those cord things.
I just it was just down here. I hope
Just
there's
down
another
here?
one.
So can I do like a quick scan to see if I can find my own cord thing?
Sure. Give me a D20. And Belvedere, did you just roll?
Yeah, I got rain and sweat in my eyes. I'm still dizzy. I'm looking around, but everything's a blur. I see
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah, the rain has salty water getting in your eyes and stuff, and you're straining to see and that sort of thing. Sebastian?
I got a 3.
You don't see one anywhere near you. Same reason. The rain is pelting your face, stinging a little bit, and the wind is almost taking your breath away. Your vision's blurry, and that sort of thing.
Am I wearing a belt? Do I have a belt on?
It's reasonable. That's a reasonable.
Can I belt myself to the rudder?
Getting belted once wasn't enough for you? Go ahead.
I don't want the rudder to belt me, but I'm just gonna belt myself to the rudder so I'm at least somewhat secure on the deck.
Okay, so how are you going about this? Are you taking the belt off and wrapping the rudder around the belt around your arm in the rudder, or are
Yeah, an arm and yeah.
Okay.
I've got this. I'm holding the rudder for dear life as he's doing that.
Whisper's knuckles are white with her iron grip on this rudder.
Girl, you're
it
gonna break
straight.
another nail.
I don't care. I just want to live. Though if I die, I won't have to pay my student loans back.
Good point. Good point.
That's an inspiration right there, Whisper. Mariana, roll me a d4.
Come on now. 3.
You get the sail down to where it's only 1 foot high now. And the wind is causing it to flap about. There's a lot of there's a lack of tension in the sails now. The wind isn't filling the sails, but it is blowing the loose part of the sail all about. Roll a d20.
Here we go again. Not 1.
Oh! A piece of the sail flaps out in the wind and smacks your cheek, opening a gash on your cheek.
Yeah, keep hitting me, boat. We'll see when we get back to shore.
Sebastian's gonna smirk to himself and say karma.
I will shoot you a death look. If you're not gonna die from the boat, my death stare will.
So everybody roll a d20 for perception.
Not 20. Why?
12.
9.
My dice are against me.
5.
So Mariana, cranking away on that crank, lowering the sails. She just had a gash opened on her right cheek. Her eyes turn to the front of the ship, and there's another wave approaching. This one, a little bit bigger, but it feels a lot bigger. This one is 14 feet high, and it's about 50 yards out.
Is there a way that I think we could steer off it, or there's just really long?
Well, it's coming straight at you. If it was kind of coming diagonal, you could turn to roll with it. But with it
it's
coming right
straight
at
on.
you, it's hard to pick a direction to turn the ship.
And you said it's still a ways away.
50 yards away.
I will shout, everyone, tie yourselves in. There's coming another one. We're doing the same. And I assume everyone is tied now except me. So I don't know that, but I will shout it anyway. And I will try myself to look for... I am assuming I would know more or
Yeah,
less what
you
they
know where
see.
the ties are because
Yeah,
you
I
own
will-
the boat.
I will start cranking and I'll have like one eye straight on it. As soon as I'm done, I'm trying to get it there.
Okay. Also, give me a perception roll, please.
19.
You turn and look at the others, and you point to where there are safety lines anchored for whoever does not have one attached.
There, and there. Attach yourselves. We can't keep sliding anymore. I know I'm the worst one to say this, but trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
So, Sebastian, as she points out where a safety line is, you instinctively reach out, and it's about 6 inches short because you're tied to the rudder. And you can't
Versus-
reach it.
Hold the rudder. Can I reach it?
Yes, and Belvedere can.
So I will have Sebastian grab the rudder hold, and I will grab the line and I will tie it around
Okay.
Sebastian's waist.
And I'll hold a hand on to her just so that way she doesn't slide. as she lets go of the
That
rudder
just
herself.
got her out of a roll. Belvedere.
Thank you. I'm dying. Oh
No,
my
thank
God.
you.
If we make it out of this alive, I will give you all my vodka.
By
Deal.
the way, a bottle of vodka flies out from below deck from the violent tossing and turning and flies right past your head
Duck.
into the deep blue.
Oh well.
Belvedere, give me a... I assume you are trying for the other line?
Well, I had tied myself. I was looking for the other lines, but I kind of heard Mariana point out, kind of taking charge of that. But I'm still slipping on the deck, not really being able to see or keep my balance, just struggling trying to figure out what's going on.
So roll a d20.
It's a 1.
Oh boy. As
But he's
you are
already, he's
struggling
already
about,
tied on, right?
just
I'm tied on, but
your feet slip out from under you. And you land on your back, even though you're tied. How are you tied on?
I have no idea. How do they work?
Oh,
I assume it's like clipped onto my life jacket somewhere.
actually, there's a loop that it's a slip tie type of thing where you put it around your waist and then latch it. So you did get one. Okay, that's cool. But your feet do slip out from under you, and you slide diagonally from one side of the deck to the other side of the boat, colliding with a yellow crate that is, it's about 10 inches tall by 2 feet long type of thing. It's a fiberglass yellow plate that is tied to the deck in case of emergencies. And you hit it and jar it a little bit. But thankfully, that's as far as you go between the tie where you're tied off and the crate. It manages to keep you from getting hurt. So, right now, that wave is 30 feet away. And it's no longer 14 feet high. It is 16 feet high. This one is getting up there. And the boat is heading just straight for it. And you can already feel the front of the boat starting to rise. Higher and higher. And as the wave approaches, you're lifted higher and higher.
Can I ask, have I managed to close down the sail and get to tie myself, or I've not had the time?
Well, you have tied yourself off,
Okay.
but you still need to grab hold of the crank and lower that last foot.
Got it. Okay.
So give me a d20 because I know you love rolling them. Think positive thoughts.
14.
I'm sorry?
D20, 14.
Oh, excellent. You not only managed to make it to the crank and turn it the last foot, you also managed to grab hold of where the pole that comes out. Let's see if I have the name of this part. The sheets, the boom, where the sails are attached.
Yeah.
You managed to wrap the Velcro strips around it to secure the sail. The sail is now secure.
Thank God. And I look back at the wave. Or not.
Now the boat is rising in the front. You can all feel gravity starting to pull you toward the back as it's getting
Hold it
higher,
steady, hold it.
higher and higher. Whisper, your heart is pounding in your chest. Sebastian, you got the cord attached, and you're back to the rudder, and you can feel the front of the ship rising. And your foot starts to slip, but you manage to keep it from slipping more than a couple inches. Belvedere, give me a constitution roll. A d20, please.
Oh, the dice love me so much today. That's a 10 at least.
Well, 10 or lower is a fail. So, this is when the chunks come up.
Is that impact?
Now, thankfully, Mariana is out of the line of fire. I need
I said
Whisper
no, off my
Joe
boat.
and Sebastian to roll a d20, please.
Oh no.
Winded from the impact, just trying to remember how to breathe again, and it just flies.
14 for me.
Whisper, did you roll?
Yeah, 18.
Okay. You both see something flying in your direction, and you follow its trajectory right to Belvedere's mouth. So you know what's coming your way. And you both manage to cringe and duck as it flies overhead into the deep blue ocean. Thankfully,
Whisper, I swear I hate this boat. This boat is terrible. Why did we come here?
I don't know.
Do
I
not blame the boat. We've been here for a week and everything was fine. Like, do not pass my boat.
this is just, we're gonna die.
and
can't-
right then, the wave arrives. The boat is up at a 60-degree angle. I mean, you're almost near dangling by your lifelines. I mean, you're grabbing onto anything nearby, but Belvedere is near the hatch. So, do you see any? What are you doing to keep from giving in to gravity?
I think instinctually I would try and hug that thing that I crashed into as I'm just still gasping for air.
Okay. As the boat is riding the front of the wave, give me a d20.
It's a 6.
You can feel that crate start to pull away from the deck. And it's jarring and it starts shaking. And you're like riding this yellow crate, 2-foot long crate. If you've never prayed before, this might be the time that you pray. And you feel one of the straps snap on the crate. And it goes catty corner, kind of lifting up off the deck on one end.
I hug tighter.
And
I'm just
then
gonna scream, Belvedere!
you
He's
hear...
behind me, right?
I'm sorry?
He's behind me compared to where I am.
Yeah, he's behind you. You're gripping that, the boom or the crank or something up there. And the boat is at a 60-degree angle. And then it hits the crest of the wave and starts leveling out and then turning the other way, riding the back of the wave 60 degrees.
Hold on!
Everybody roll me a d20.
It's 12.
It's a 19.
11.
A 2.
Oh,
A
Sebastian.
2, Sebastian?
A 2. But I have a cord and I'm still strapped to the rudder. So maybe it won't be that bad.
Sebastian, your feet, as it's tilting forward, you feel gravity take hold. And I mean, you're feeling pretty secure at this point. And your voice is back to normal, by the way. And then your feet just lift off the deck, out from under you. And you
I'm
start,
king of the world.
you start falling toward the hatch where Belvedere is.
Hey, buddy.
Belvedere, you see this body flying at you. And right at the last second, look, Belvedere's ready to roll. Right at the last second, it jerks to a stop a few inches from you. And it's, you ever see Mission Impossible in the first movie where he's going down and he stops hovering? It's kind of like Sebastian's like that right in front of you.
I'm gonna boop his nose.
Honk!
And I like wink one eye open.
Now, Belvedere, give me a Constitution roll, please.
Oh, no!
6.
At this point, I'm just screaming incoherently.
That's when the second round of chunks comes up. Sebastian, give me disadvantage roll to see if you can move your head or something.
If he was falling towards me, that means this is all coming back in my face now too, doesn't it?
Another 2.
It smacks you in the face. And with a 2, I'm sorry, your mouth was open.
Oh,
Oh!
I think I'm going to barf, like, seriously.
And then what doesn't stick to your face heads toward Belvedere. Belvedere, roll a d20.
But it's pouring rain, so it's not going to
Yeah, it's raining.
That is
Oh,
not
11.
what I. That
11.
is not what I like to see, mouth to mouth.
Thankfully, since you were the one who dealt it, you don't have to felt it.
Just
And
dig
you-
my head
you-
into the post.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna spit whatever went into my mouth directly at him.
Oh,
Okay. Give me a contested roll, both of you.
Oh boy.
A d20.
Do I see any of this?
Oh, you're seeing it. Matter of fact, you can give me a
said not
constitution
on
roll.
my boat.
Mariana, you give me a constitution roll because seeing him blow chunks and it hitting that guy with the and his mouth open and all that, that can't make you feel great.
Right. Anyone wanna guess what I got?
A 1?
Nat 1.
A what?
A nat one.
Oh.
Okay, viewers,
Sorry.
key up the In the Eyes of an Angel music. We need your help. Mariana needs a better set of dice. You are seeing how much she is suffering, but you have the power within yourselves to get her a better set of dice. So, what was the contested roll?
I got a 17.
I got a whole 5.
Sorry, Belvedere. It smacks you right in the face. But thankfully, you've had that taste in your mouth before.
Head tucked in, I'm just thinking to myself, fair.
Mariana,
Yeah.
unfortunately, seeing what just transpired at the back of the, well, midship, you feel the chain reaction and you blow chunks. But you were looking in their direction. So, gravity pulls it right back in your face. And your eyes are burning from the stomach acid. Thankfully, it's not really chunks. It's, it's...
I deserve it. I deserve it.
Thankfully,
I
though,
deserve that.
good news for everybody. It'll soon be washed off by the wave that's growing 50 yards away. This one is 25 feet high. And it is just, you all look forward and you all see this giant wave that is higher than the boat is long. And it's just getting bigger and bigger the closer it gets, yard by yard, and it's growing. What do you do?
I'm
We're
close
not
to the.
gonna make that one.
I'm close to the hatch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tap out and go under.
Well, okay, so as you reach for the hatch, it's 3 inches short of your reach.
Oh,
And you're tied off.
why am I so short?
Well, your lifeline is not unlimited.
It's true.
However, Belvedere, you are in easy reach of the hatch.
I'm still hugging the post. I'm not letting go of that thing.
Mariana, what are you doing?
I'm literally just, I entered panic mode. Now I entered full panic mode. I'm like, we're not gonna make that one. We're not gonna make that one. We're not gonna make that one. Just shouting that repeatedly.
Whisper Joe, you are gripping that rudder, and you see the front of the boat starting to rise. Now, you can't see the front exactly, but you can feel it starting to rise again. You've been through this twice already. You know what's coming. So what do you do?
All I remember is turn the boat, and I push that rudder to turn it, and I will. But I'm also fighting just a full-on breakdown.
Okay. So your fingers are hurting at this point with how hard you're gripping that rudder. Belvedere, you have seawater and rain and all of that coming down on your face. Sebastian, still hanging there, but gravity starting to tilt him backwards as the wave gets closer. Mariana, you have a great seat for what's coming. I mean, this is better than live hockey. You know there's going to be a collision.
Nothing's better than live hockey.
And the boat starts rising. Higher, higher. The wave gets closer and closer, and it's growing. It is now 30 feet high. And then we go to a 10-minute break. So, how's everybody feeling so far?
Like I'm never gonna go on a boat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seriously, my coping mechanisms have just failed me.
We will be back in 10 minutes, which is just in time, actually, because my old man Bladder is speaking to me. So, remember, everybody, think positive. You can do this. You can survive.
We're positively
You too.
gonna die.
Can get headbutted in your nether regions and puked in your mouth.
What? How could it be worse?
To the viewers.
Oh, never, ever, ever ask the DM how it could be worse. Here, hold his beer.
Viewers, if you have followed us for the first time, you are a member of our Pantheon. Pantheon members earn Pantheon points as they watch our live broadcasts. Our live broadcasts earn you points that you can use to spend, normally on the players. Tonight, you can only spend them on yourselves because these players are not knowing what's coming at them at this point. So, but the good news is this. If you would like to grant the entire party advantage, you can do so with bits. It is explained right on the bottom of our window here. And we will be back in 10 minutes. Please stick around because we love you and we want you to watch us blow chunks. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I hope you stuck with us because things are about to get interesting again. So when we left off,
Still.
when we left off, our heroes? Nah, our victims were about to be, the front of the ship was rising higher and higher as a wave that was growing taller and higher and was coming at them. When we left off, that wave was 30 feet high. Now, it is 36 feet high. And it is approaching the ship. It's 25 yards away. The ship is now at a 30-degree angle right this second. So you know if it's already lifting that high, this is going to be a tough one. What do you all do?
I'm continuing to repeat. We're not going to make this one. 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 Just completely out of myself.
I'm just so focused on the rudder that it's the only thing that's keeping me from totally losing my mind.
Belvedere, what are you doing?
Just hugging that crate. I'm like,
Okay, you
eyes
can give me
closed,
a
face
D20.
in.
Belvedere, give me a D20. Sebastian, what are you doing?
I guess I'm still hanging there, trying to wipe the puke off my face with the rainwater.
You feel gravity pulling you backward as the ship is right. The front of the ship. What is that called? The bow?
Yeah, bow and stern, right?
I think so. As the bow starts rising, and it's at a 30-degree angle, your safety line loses its tension. Give me a D20. What did you roll, Belvedere?
16 for me.
Thankfully, you not only managed to hold on to that yellow crate, but the final strap of the two straps that were holding it, it's also holding on and not snapping from the addition of your weight pulling on the crate.
Yep, just got it wrapped fetal position.
Find a happy place. Sebastian.
I got a 9.
You feel the boat rising. 45 degrees. 60 degrees. At this point, you are moving toward the stern, the back of the ship, straight at Whisper. And then
I'm following, I'm gonna say zoinks.
The ship keeps rising. 70 degrees, 80 degrees, 90 degrees. I need Sebastian and Whisper to give me a D20, please.
Oh, I'll give you a D20.
19.
17.
Somehow, Sebastian manages to turn about and shuffle his feet along the deck back to the rudder and grab it on the opposite side of the rudder that Whisper is on. And as he grabs hold of that rudder next to her, what do y'all say to each other?
I look at her and say, I'll never let go, Rose.
I will just look at him blankly. It's like my eyes are just glazed over. I'm just...
The boat is 90 degrees and it hits the crest. Now, this wave is not only the highest, it's also the thickest. So there comes a point on the crest where you're king of the mountain and it just levels out. And then you hear the ship groan, the boat groan as it starts tilting forward. Now, you experienced the 90-degree angle once already. You know it's about to be 90 degrees facing downward. Everybody give me a D20, please.
You keep saying that. I keep just wanting to chuck a D20 at you.
An 8.
19.
Yay!
I
Oh.
think it worked. I think I have new dice somehow.
I refuse to answer on the grounds that it may incriminate me.
Okay.
I got a nat 1.
Oh! And I'm sorry, Sebastian and Belvedere, what did y'all roll?
I got a 12.
12?
8.
8? Okay, so Belvedere, you see Whisper lose her grip on the rudder. She's trying to catch herself from falling, and she's just kind of wide-legged, trying to keep her sea legs under her, and she's just flailing as she's coming right at you. Give me a D20, Belvedere and Whisper Joe.
7.
12.
Whisper, you feel the line stop you just short of colliding with Belvedere. But Belvedere saw you coming, and he gripped that crate harder, and then he hears something. Over the howling wind, over the rain that's pelting the deck, you hear a snap. The last strap on the crate has broken loose, and you feel yourself sliding forward on the deck, along the side. You can feel the railing rubbing your back as you're sliding along the railing toward the bow of the ship. The ship starts tilting more and more, and the speed of your slide is increasing. And then the rope, the safety line, goes taut. And it jerks. And the yellow crate comes free of your hands. And you watch as it flies off the ship into the water. You can see it land in the water ahead of the ship, because the ship is now at 90 degrees facing downward. And you see it dropping away quicker than the ship is riding the wave. And then you realize that it starts rising again, coming seemingly right at the boat. But it's caused by yet another wave. And this one is closer and bigger. This wave is ginormous. It is 25 yards away, and it is 60 feet high. This wave looks like a monster almost. As you all turn your none of you can miss this wave. It's there. It's loud and proud. And the white froth at the top of the wave, as it starts rolling over itself, seems to be shaped like fangs as it's coming toward the ship. Everybody give me a D20.
I'm screaming for my life.
I've just gone catatonic at this point.
It's
Four.
15.
15 too.
8.
Mariana?
15.
So Sebastian is the only one with 10 or under?
No, I got a 4.
Oh, okay. So, as this wave is drawing closer, 25 yards, 20 yards, it's also getting taller, 65 feet high. I mean, because it's growing as it gets closer, it looks like this giant jaw opening. Is it an optical illusion? Who knows? But either way, as it starts curving, it looks like this mouth is closing. The boat goes up 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 80 degrees, 90 degrees, and it keeps going and going until you can feel it flipping over. The boat is turning turtle. That one's for you, Greg. And the ship, the boat, crashes down beneath the wave. The wave slams down on the hull of the boat, driving it under for a few seconds. You're all submerged in water. Roll a d20.
Nat 20.
I'm liking this particular dice. 19.
Sebastian.
9.
So we have a 2 and a 9 by Belvedere and Sebastian. Whisper Joe, you immediately know that this ship, this boat, is going under. You manage to take a deep breath just before the boat flips. And you grip that rudder, and then it crashes down. Mariana, you gripping the boom or the mast, which one were you gripping?
I think I was gripping the mast
Okay.
towards the end.
You are hugging that mast tight to you. Your feet start dangling as the boat is flipping over. You feel gravity. You feel the deck of the boat disappear from beneath you. And you are literally dangling on the mast. And then you start, as it flips over, you start coming toward the front of the boat as the boat is about to crash down on top of you. Belvedere and Sebastian. Sebastian, you, as the boat is turning over, you just leave the deck. You go flying. And then you hear the jerk of you feel the jerking of the safety line snap taut, and it stops you, but the boat is coming crashing down on top of you. As it does, you feel you hit your head on the deck. Belvedere, your feet leave the deck. You have lost the yellow crate. You start falling, and you look up and you see the deck of the boat coming down toward your head. your safety line goes taut and snaps. And the boat comes crashing down on top of you, and you are driven underwater without being able to catch your breath. Thankfully, you are near the hatch, so I want to remind you of that. The wave passes. The boat is driven 15-20 feet underwater, and then it starts floating back upward, but it's upside down. And it floats upward so that the hull is above water, but the rest of the boat is submerged. You're all submerged. Whisper, you manage to maintain your wits somehow with your nat 20. You have a decision to make. Right now, your safety line is a danger. It is holding you under the water, attached to the deck. You can see barely the hatch door ahead of you. You can feel which way is up. What would you like to do?
So I would like to untie my lifeline. And you say I have my wits about me. I know which way is up.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see Belvedere and Sebastian, and do I see them struggling? And because I have the memory of a gnat, one of them's line has already snapped. Is that correct?
That is correct. So you can
that
roll
was
a normal
cool.
roll to see if you see Sebastian, and a roll with disadvantage to see Belvedere.
Okay. Well, I think Sebastian was always nearer to me, so I think just from that standpoint.
I'll give you
I would-
advantage on his roll. That's fair.
Okay.
Sorry, Belvedere.
What?
A 17 and an 18, so 18.
Okay, so you manage to see Sebastian as his safety line grows taut, and you pull the line toward you, but of course you're unhooked, so really you're pulling yourself toward him. And you reach him. Go ahead and roll for Belvedere with disadvantage.
Oops. You know what? I rolled it wrong.
Oh,
2.
Okay, you see Belvedere's feet disappear from sight as he goes deeper into the water. Mariana, would
Okay.
you roll me a d20, please? What were you going to say, Whisper?
I was just gonna say at this point I've got there's one person that I have actually grabbed onto. There's one that I can't reach, so I'm just gonna concentrate on the person that
Okay.
I can.
so you asked me to roll a d20 again, yeah?
Yep.
Would I say with my 19, I also realize what way is up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to try and detach my lifeline as well.
Okay, and what was your second roll?
10.
10? Okay, you failed to see Belvedere disappearing as well. You are actually, before Belvedere, you were the deepest because the mast is higher up on the boat. So as you were gripping it, you were held under. Belvedere, give me a d20, please.
Oh no! Oh no!
A nat 1?
No, but
No, it was a 4.
almost just as bad. A 4.
Yeah, just a 4.
Okay,
Oh.
are pushed under by the wave and the boat, your foot becomes tangled on something. It is one of the safety lines. It is Whisper Joe's safety line that is dangling from the deck, and it wraps around your foot and it jerks you to a stop, but you're still deeper underwater. You're disoriented, but as you look at your foot, you can tell it's one of the safety lines. What would you like to do?
So I think first I would just try and see if I can kick it free, and if not, I'd reach down and try and untangle myself.
Okay, give me a d20.
$15.
You managed to untangle it and managed to maintain your grip on it. What would you like to do?
Does the boat seem like it's spinning, or does it seem like it's upside down?
Seems like it's upside down. There's no real light source. There are some deck lights maybe that are still lit up, so you can see those a tiny bit, but because of the dark sky, you're not seeing a lot beyond.
So I have no idea which way the surface is.
No, but you know that the rope is tied to the deck of the ship. So I think you would guess that pulling on the rope would drag you upward toward the deck of the ship.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
See if I can spider climb it.
Okay. After, it seems like an eternity. Now keep in mind, you haven't taken a breath. And thankfully, you managed to reach where the boat is, and you can see Whisper Joe grabbing hold. She has grabbed hold of Sebastian, but she's untied because you're holding her safety line. You can see just beyond them the hatch, and you can see the railing from the side of the boat. So your options are to head for the hatch and hope there's a pocket of air inside the ship, or swim around the railing and try to climb up on the hull of the boat.
I think by instinct I would just go out of the boat and try and find the surface.
Okay. Mariana, what are you doing at this point?
If I manage to untie my safety line, I'm trying to swim towards one side and up. I don't really know. I don't know if I would know my position towards the side of the boat. I would try and go in one direction, like in a diagonal and up.
Okay. Now you were gripping the mast, so you know where the boat is. Your feet were touching it before you were dangling, so you know which way is up. As you swim up, you find where the mast is attached to the deck, and you can figure out from there which is the front, the sides, and the rear of the boat.
Okay. Then I'll try to get to the surface.
Okay.
Just try and get to the surface.
Whisper, you are gripping Sebastian. Sebastian, remind me, did you already unhook your safety line, or?
No, I was attached, and then I hit my head on the deck when we went under.
Okay,
That's
Sebastian
where I've been
is
at.
dazed, Whisper. You can see a thin trail of blood coming from his scalp. He looks unconscious almost. He's so dazed. What would you like to do? His safety line is attached.
I'm going to try to undo his safety line and then make it to the surface with him.
Okay. Give me a d20, please.
I was trying to give her
6.
advantage. How do I do that again?
That is, you cheer to give the whole party,
Oh, the
each person in the
bit.
party, you would do 1,000 bit.
I don't have it connected to the thing. I can't do that.
Okay, so
Sorry. I was trying, but I've not got it set
Okay.
up.
Okay.
viewers,
So
if you would like to save a life, now is the best time. So,
I can at least like kick my feet, right, to try to help. In a
you're
dazed
almost
stupor?
unconscious. You are dazed. You're out of it because you hit your head.
Curses.
And hey, no cursing.
He's not cursing. He's
Curses.
yes. He's casting a curse.
So what did you roll, Whisper?
I rolled a 6,
Okay.
so I'm going to be racked
Instead of
with guilt.
swimming for the side, you pick a direction and swim, and you reach the hatch door.
Okay.
It is partly ajar, and you can see a water surface through the doorway of the hatch.
Well, first of all, was I able to untie
Yes.
Sebastian? And I've dragged him with me. Oh, I will head towards the surface of the water in the hatch.
Okay. As you pull him through the hatch, you get inside. Kind of weird to say below deck when it's above. I don't know. It's above deck now. So, but you manage to get in, and there is a pocket of air, and you both surface. There are articles that were inside the below deck that are floating on the surface. While you're floating there, you see a kit that had been on a shelf, but now it's floating in the water, and it says first aid. And it's floating there.
Okay.
So you have an almost unconscious Sebastian that you're gripping onto with one hand. You find your footing. You're basically standing on the ceiling. It's about up to about a few inches above your waist.
What is in this first aid kit?
If you open it, you find, it's a emergency first aid. It's got bandages, Neosporin, sunburn lotion. It's got.
He's the doctor and he's unconscious.
It's got articles that would make sense. It's for a boat. I don't know what a first aid kit on a boat would have, but
so he hit his head and you said there was a trickle of blood, so is there like a huge gash or just a little tiny
no,
gash?
it's just
or
like blood and water mixing coming off, but it's thin. It's barely hurt, but you can see maybe a bump welling up on his forehead.
Okay, actually at this point I'm more worried about the fact that he's like only marginally conscious.
There is smelling
so-
salt in the first aid kit.
Okay. So I will rummaging through finding the smelling salts
Okay.
and I use the smelling salts.
Sebastian, you feel your nose. Well, the first thing you notice is darkness. Your eyes are closed. You're in a daze, and then you feel this stinging in your nose, and you start choking and gasping, and you cough up water, and then you open your eyes and look around you. Whisper Joe is there, trying to hold your head above water, and she is waving a little stick under your nose that smells awful, like Vicks Vapor Rub type of thing. And you come to your senses, and you're able to stand on the ceiling there.
I'll stand up and say, "Are we dead yet? Did we die?"
I don't think so, but I'm, no pun intended, not holding my breath that we're gonna make it.
Well, thanks for saving me. I know what happened after the boat went under, so thanks.
You know, you hit your head, and somehow, by the grace of God, I was able to bring us here into the hatch area, but
Where's everyone else?
I don't know. I was just gonna say I tried to find you in Belvedere, and I couldn't find Belvedere, and I don't know. God, I just start sobbing at this point.
I'll give her a hug. Like, it's gonna be okay. We're alive. That's all that matters right in this moment. We'll figure out our next step. I'm sure the other two were fine. And I kind of raise my eyebrows as I'm patting her on her head, like, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything. I just like my.
I'll make a joke like, we don't have any more vodka, but everything else is fine.
I do one of those like laugh cry things.
So Belvedere and Mariana, your heads break surface on the choppy waves, and you're next to the hull of the boat. You're within a few feet of each other, actually. So the hull of the boat, being upside down, is very slippery. How are you going to go about trying to climb up on the hull?
I would first try to swim towards Belvedere.
Okay.
I'd try to like shout his name and be like, try to get his attention first and try to swim towards him first.
Belvedere! I've been holding that one in, sorry. So you reach him. What are you doing when she reaches you?
Gasping for air, and then I'll kind of wipe the water from my eyes and be like, "Oh,
are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm good. Where's everyone else?"
I don't know. I didn't see anybody since the boat turned over. I don't know.
I'm gonna look up. Do I see another wave coming?
It is darker than it was. So give me a D20 perception with disadvantage. And you can also assist him or roll.
Yeah. I'll assist him.
Okay, then a straight D20.
So that was a 5 and 7. So doesn't matter which one I take.
Oh boy.
So
Yeah.
it's too dark to see if there's another wave coming. But you do see the hull. You can see her. The two of you could try to get up on the on top of the hull. You would need to roll a d20 each to get up there.
I think we need to get away from the boat. I don't want that to slam into us. Let's get away and hope that they come up.
Okay. Is there anything that obviously we have our
Life preserver.
life preservers? Is there anything else floating nearby that maybe we could like hold on to so that we don't have to constantly be worried about?
Now you can give me a perception roll, and he can assist you if he would like. This is
if 19. Oh, if he's assisting me, it's a straight roll. If not, it's a disadvantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still looking around, so not seeing much, but I'm trying.
While they're doing this, can back down in the boat, I guess can I tell Whisper Joe that we should look around and see if we can find anything that might be useful?
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
And I would also like to. I wanted to do like an investigation to see if like the air pocket's getting smaller.
It is.
Don't give
not-
him ideas.
It is not getting smaller, but the air is getting a little thinner because the two of you are breathing the air.
Sebastian, do you think we should try to get to the surface as I'm looking around to see if there's anything?
Yeah, we probably shouldn't stay in here too long. Let's do a quick search and see if we can find anything useful. We'll probably want to take that healing kit you've got with us,
Yes.
and then let's see what else there is, and we'll try to make it to the surface.
You can each give me a D100, please.
$61.
54.
Where's my list? There it is. 61 is Whisper. You spot a hairbrush floating on the surface of the water. What'd you say yours was, Sebastian?
54.
You spot a bottle of bear repellent with enough left for 8 uses. Write these down on something because I will not remember them. You each also see a tennis shoe, a different tennis shoe, face down, floating in the water, but they don't match.
I will pick up the tennis shoe, hoping to God that there's nobody at the other end.
There's not. No stowaways.
I will just, at this point, I will take the tennis shoe and I'm just going to whip it and I'm just going to and then.
And as if in response, you hear a roar. As
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Belvedere and Mariana look up, and you can see the front, well, actually the rear of the ship, because it turned over backwards, starting to rise. And you can hear the wind roaring extra loud, and the waves. You know how you can hear the waves sometimes as they're building? That's what you're hearing inside the ship. The boat. I keep saying ship. And this one is a big one. Okay? You can't fully see it out there, but you could tell it's bigger than the last one because what little moonlight. Oh, by the way, it's nighttime now. What little moonlight was up above is blocked by this wave. And the moon had been almost directly over you at this point. So, you know this is a really big wave. And you can almost hear it as it's going like it's reaching for you. And Whisper and Sebastian, if I were you, I would beat feet.
So just a quick question. I had tried to look for something that we could like hold on to. You asked me for a roll, but then that was that.
What did you roll?
19.
Okay, you are able to get a grip on the hull and pull yourself up onto the hull of the ship. Belvedere is floating off to the side of the ship as he's looking around. Do you say anything to him?
Yeah, I'll be like, over here, and I'll try to like. I had swim towards him, so I'll try to like put if I can just put like a hand on his back and try to point him towards where I'm going.
I would say that he's out of reach of you putting your hand on his back, but you can reach out for him and get his attention.
Okay.
And how would you react, Belvedere?
So I guess I'd turn towards, and would I see anything now at this point?
You can see her reaching out to you.
Okay, I'll kind of kick back that way.
Okay, and as your hands come together, she gets a good grip on you and pulls you up onto the hull of the ship. And you both hear this, and the back of the ship, which is facing frontward at this point, is going higher and higher. Inside the ship.
I am looking at Sebastian. I'm like, I think we need to get out of here now. And I'm going to grab his hand and I'm going to jump through the hatch.
I guess we're going. So I'll follow along.
First aid kit in hand, hairbrush in hand, and what was the item you got, Sebastian? Bear repellent.
Bear repellent.
The two of you dive underwater and swim through the hatch and swim sideways and break surface as the boat is starting to tilt more and more. You see Belvedere and Mariana sitting on the hull of the boat. And they see you. How do you...
Guys, come over here.
They're alive.
I will try to get as close to the edge as I can to try and reach out to them.
Is there a life raft on this thing?
Not anymore. You're muted, Belvedere.
Sorry. I will grab the strap, like the loop on the back of Mariana's life preserver as she's kind of reaching out.
Oh, so an assist. Mariana, give me a d20 with advantage.
So I got a 5 and a 3. So there goes my good roll.
Whisper and Sebastian, give me a d20, please.
Six.
10.
As you are trying to swim toward her outstretched hand, and she is trying to reach for you, something attracts your attention off to the side. You see a fin break the surface ahead of the ship and then swim kind of around diagonal. How do you react?
Maybe it's a dolphin.
Get in here now!
I'm trying to decide whether to risk swearing or not. Gosh darn it! What did I ever do?
My son says butter biscuits.
I'll look at Whisper and say we should try to swim for the boat.
Yeah. And I just I swear.
As I swim, I'm gonna mutter myself, "Go on a boat ride," they said. "It'll be fun," they said.
Okay. Give me a constitution roll, Sebastian.
16.
You manage to not choke on seawater as you are saying these things.
I wasted a roll.
As you reach the hull of the boat, both of you roll a d20 to see who gets to Mariana's hand first.
I'll help push Whisper Joe since she saved me. I'll try to help
Okay,
push her to
no roll
Marianne
needed
first.
then.
Okay, I was gonna push you, but you beat me to
Mariana,
it.
you see Sebastian pushing Whisper Joe under. No, I'm kidding. Pushing Whisper Joe to you. And your hand reaches hers, and you're able to wrap your fingers around her wrist and pull her up onto the hall.
As soon as she's on, I'm holding on to her. As soon as she's on either hands and knees, or as soon as she's completely on the hole, I'll reach back out to Sebastian.
Okay. Now, as you do, you see a fin about 20 feet behind him break surface and starts gliding toward him.
Hurry! Give me your hand now! Hurry!
Both of you roll a d20, Sebastian and Mariana.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna scream, Sebastian!
A 9.
And
No.
19.
Okay. As you reach out for him, your hand misses. And then the fin is almost to him, and breaking the surface, you hear a dolphin pushes him to your waiting hand, and you manage to grab hold and pull him. And then the boat starts rising quicker and quicker. And now you can see part of this wave as it's towering above you. So high that you can't even see the top. And it's getting...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, try to swim through. So like, well, I'm trying to... yeah, I'm
Why
trying
did we
to
get on the boat if we're swimming through? I'm so confused. I just want to live.
I didn't see that. And I'll be pointing towards the wave.
So, incidentally, Belvedere, you look up and you see halfway up the wall of water coming at you a flash of yellow. And then it's passing over your head and past all of you. And yet the boat is still rising. And then you hear this yawning sound. And then everything goes quiet. The wall of water is still rising. And then each of you give me a d20, please.
Never rolled so much in my life.
13.
3.
17.
Oh.
Sebastian and Mariana, you see off to the left a glow. Mariana, you see a light glowing to the left. Sebastian, you see that it's an orb floating above the water. And then the wave hits. Comes crashing down. All of you feel the air pushed out of your lungs. And the ship shatters apart. The boat shatters from the impact of this. Everybody roll me a d20 Constitution.
8.
5.
17.
11.
Right now, Mariana's going...
Yeah.
So, Mariana and Sebastian both manage to take a gulp of air before this wave, just before the wave hits. Whisper Joe and Belvedere, you feel the air pushed out of your lungs, and then you feel the impact of the wave. But Mariana, you managed to grab the arm of Whisper Joe, and Sebastian manages to grab the arm of Belvedere. And the two of you somehow maintain your bearings and swim to the surface, pulling them along with you. You break the surface of the water, all four of you. Whisper and Belvedere gasping and choking on seawater and taking in that life-giving air. And you look around. You do not see, all you see is darkness. And you could feel the swell of the waves violently lifting and dropping and lifting and dropping. I won't make you sick again, though, Belvedere. You see the dolphin swimming around you. And then it turns away. And as you watch it turn away, you see it is heading for a yellow object floating in the ocean. It is the yellow chest, fiberglass chest. What would you... Oh, and by the way, the drifter is gone.
Oh,
Are we
well,
dead?
I'm sorry?
Are we dead?
No,
that's
no, you're not
no.
dead. The
no,
drifter has broken apart from the wave impact.
That's my reaction though, as in character.
Oh.
Is are we dead?
No, I don't think so. I think let's head towards this yellow chest.
Yeah, I feel too miserable to be dead, so we have to be alive still.
Just spitting out seawater.
The
I'm sort of in shock. Still, I'm not moving.
The dolphin swims to the yellow chest, swims around it, and starts nudging it with its nose toward the four of you. And gradually, it reaches you. Now, the waves are not as big now. They're still violent. They're maybe down to 8-foot swells at this point. And you can feel yourselves being pushed and pulled by the current. The yellow chest reaches... Sebastian was swimming toward it, right?
I
So,
think we all kind of were.
well,
I
Yeah,
wasn't.
I said we should swim towards it, but we never actually said if anyone was swimming.
The dolphin brought it to us, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the dolphin brings the yellow chest to you, and you can all grab hold of it. Now, this yellow chest, it's fiberglass. It's airtight, so it floats well. You have your life preservers on, and the yellow chest has a latch that kind of locks down. So, as long as you don't open it, it won't fill with water. The giant waves subside. The swells begin to get 6 feet. Lightning is flashing in the sky now. You can see it, and all you see all around you is ocean. As you all cling to this yellow chest that is 10 feet tall, 2 feet long, and maybe 14 inches wide. So you're all clinging to this. The swells are lifting you up and down, up and down. Thunder nearly scares you half to death. As the lightning flashes nearby, you can see it striking the water a good distance away. And then you see the yellow globe, the bright globe of yellow light drifting through the air toward you. And it comes to hover over top of you for just a few moments. And you feel a peacefulness wash over you. Each of you do. and then you get a boost in confidence, and you get a +1 on any rolls. And then it zips off into the sky and disappears through the clouds. You are floating adrift without the drifter in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. What would you like to do?
I'm going to turn to everybody.
I'm crying my eyes out. And I'm just repeating, like, under my breath, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Mariana, but does anybody feel kind of like oddly calm? Like,
I think that's just the shock.
Okay,
we've
that
been
makes
through an
sense.
ordeal. We've been through an ordeal.
okay, that makes sense. But that yellow light, like,
Yeah,
was that a helicopter? And did it not see us? Or what?
That was weird. Yeah, I don't know. I've been hit on the head though. I don't really know. Maybe I was seeing things.
Well, if you were seeing things, so was I. So, and I wasn't hit on the head.
So I will take a D20 Constitution +1 roll from each of you.
Two,
Did you add your +1?
3,
16.
19.
15.
So Belvedere looks woozy as he's clinging, and his hand starts to slip off the crate. But the three of you see this happening, and you grab hold of him, and you hold on to him and hold his head above water as he passes out. You're all floating in the water. Belvedere is unconscious. The dolphin is circling, keeping any predator fish or sharks away. And
I say we name the dolphin.
I've
I
never
was
been,
just thinking, oh my God, what should we name the dolphin?
I've never been so happy to see him, a dolphin in my life.
each of you come up with a different name for the dolphin, and we will roll a D4 to see what the dolphin's name is.
I am going to suggest we name him Dan Marino.
Put that in Roll20 chat, please.
I'm gonna vote for North Star since we are at the ocean. It's nighttime and he is helping us survive.
So we have Dan Marino, North Star,
Oh, I'm unconscious. I didn't think I was in on this one. Yeah.
I will suggest. Oh, 2, no. Good. I was gonna say mine was gonna be Scare because it gave us a fright. the first time we saw it because we thought it wasn't a dolphin.
Better than mine. I'd have went with great.
Edgecronus, I remember Flipper,
Great.
but we were trying to be original.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, maybe not as bad as before, because things seem to have calmed down a little bit. We're all together and we're at this crate. So I actually have a sliver of hope.
I think I'm going to heaven. I saw this floating light. I just let the warmth fill me, and I'm done.
I didn't vote for mine.
Oops. All this time I've been muted to the viewers.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No!
I haven't done that in a while.
Oh no!
Since the break. Okay, now you can hear me, Unicharge. So please vote on which of those 4 names you would like the dolphin to be named. The options are Dan Marino, North Star, Scare, or Crate.
While you guys are all voting, I will be right back, but I can hear everybody, so.
And my volume should be a little higher now. Okay, we have Mariana's doesn't count. So we have 1 for North Star, 1 for Marino. If someone in our viewership would like to cast a vote for one of these, we could break a tie.
You should say, Peter, you should say for 500 bits, they could name the dolphin.
Ooh. Nah, too late. That is a great idea. I gotta keep that in mind for next time. North Star, it is. 2 for North Star. Okay, so North Star is circling you, keeping sharks and dangerous predators away. Now there's 3 for North Star, so definitely North Star 1. So, the rain is still pelting down. The wind is still howling. The glowing globe disappeared up into the sky, just zipped away after giving you a calmness and maybe just a tinge of energy. Because of that globe, Belvedere is dreaming about his favorite food. What is his favorite food?
Probably a nice full plate of ribs.
Dolphin. Ribs? Oh man,
Yeah.
now I'm hungry. I shouldn't have said that. So, you are having a great dream of prime ribs with the best barbecue grilled. It's mouth-watering. The meat is just pulling off the bones as you're tasting it. And then you taste saltiness. These ribs seem mighty salty to you. So much so that you start coughing on them, choking on them. Your eyes open as the others are gripping onto you. You don't know how much time has passed, but the others do. And for them, it felt like hours. You can see the sky is starting to lighten a little bit. And it seems like the storm is easing. The water is still a little choppy, but it's not dangerous anymore. North Star is still circling. He actually swims up to Whisper Joe, and she is able to rub the side of his head to. Do you say anything to North Star, Whisper?
I'm just gonna maybe say, can you point us to which direction would be land?
North Star turns to the left, then the other way, then the other way, then the other way. There's land in all directions. Just, it's a long ways off. Strangely enough, as the sun is beginning to rise on the horizon, you look the opposite way, which you assume is west, and you see two moons. An optical illusion? I don't know.
Is everybody seeing that?
I'm gonna just like point and say, how many moons does everyone see?
That's what I was saying. I literally pointed at the same thing. That does everybody see that?
Oh, I thought I was
So
seeing
I-
double. Whew.
Rub my
Guy.
eyes.
I think that's a bigger problem that we all see, too.
Yeah, because
I don't recall Earth having two moons. Do you?
we're not in Kansas anymore.
I mean, I know I'm from languages and everything, but I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be.
No.
Got it.
Double moon is definitely a problem. Not as big of a problem as we're currently dealing with. Looks around at the water. But it's up there.
Top 5.
And we're sure we're still alive.
No.
Counting out the number of times that I know I almost died.
Uh,
But I'd like to think that this doesn't seem like heaven, so if we're dead,
I
it
would
could
not
be.
go to heaven though. So if you're with me, I'm sorry.
Can you grab his fin, see if he'll pull us?
I'll grab his fin.
So I need everybody to give me a Constitution roll +1.
Here we go again.
16.
7.
You said
Well, it
7.
was.
7.
2. Oh no, wait, that's not me. That's Sebastian. Oh, 16. Yay.
Oh, Sebastian.
I rolled a nat 1, but +1 makes it a 2.
Still nat 1. Sebastian has been up for hours. And as... Who rolled the... Wait, let me look at this again. So Jesse got a 16.
And then Whisper got a 16.
Yeah, so...
Whisper, did you do a d20 plus 14?
Oh, I did.
Well, it's amazing that you got that roll. Roll again, Whisper.
Why don't we just make it the 3 because it was a 2?
Oh, he's giving you a chance to roll higher.
Okay,
I'll let
fine.
you roll again.
Yeah, take it.
Take it.
That was completely unintentional. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a professional typoist. But I got a
Yeah.
16 again.
So you
The
and
right way around.
you and Sebastian, right, got the 16s?
Yeah.
You-
No, no.
I got a 1.
Jesse.
Oh,
Jesse.
That was
Jesse.
me. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, different name and everything.
Yeah, it's confusing me. I need to roll a Constitution. So Whisper and Jesse Belvedere, you notice as Sebastian's hands just relax and his grip on the chest lets go and he starts sliding off the chest.
I'm going to grab Brim.
Well, you're hanging the dolphin. Let me grab him.
Okay.
So you grab him, Mariana. You have been awake for hours. You cranked down the rest of the sail. All of you have been trying to survive this storm. You're just plain exhausted. And Jesse and Whisper hear you begin to snore. But somehow, with your fingers interlocked around that chest, you're holding on. Just barely. And the sun rises, the moons disappear on the western horizon. The clouds are gone, the sky is blue. Thankfully, the storm is past. The waves are a little bit choppy, but they're smooth choppy. You know, they're just a rise and fall, a rise and fall. And at this point, the snoring gets louder. Mariana, she's a loud sleeper, I guess. So she is snoring like crazy. Sebastian is barely gripped by Belvedere. Whisper, you are holding on to the dolphin, and the dolphin is pulling you and the crate and everyone holding on to the crate slowly through the water. You can see a trail of bubbles behind you. The surface of the water is smooth, but it's rising and falling. The sun, you can feel the heat of the sun coming down on all of you. You're extremely thirsty. What would you like to do, those who are conscious?
Let's see if there's.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm gonna see if I can finagle a way to try and grab both of them. Again, by like that loop on the back of the life jacket, or maybe one, and then put my hand or my arm on top of the other one on the crate, just to keep us all together.
Okay. And Whisper?
I was just going to say, I don't know what we can do. I don't want to open the crate because I don't want to take away our only means of floating.
Okay, so
I'm just going to, I don't know.
Keep holding on.
Yeah. Keep on keeping on.
The dolphin is trying to swish its tail back and forth, trying to push. Actually, dolphins go up and down on their tails, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, the skin of the dolphin is a little slippery, so Whisper, I need a D20 to see if you're able to manage holding on. You have a +1, and I will assume that Jesse is wishing you the best on holding on. So I'll call that an assist. So you get advantage.
Okay, good. 11.
You managed to hold on, and the hours pass. The sun is belting down. You can feel your lips chapping. You can feel the burn on your face. As you're watching, Sebastian's forehead is just turning red with sunburn. All of your faces are. And the day passes. The sun is finally overhead and starts to drift toward the west. And eventually you see the moon, one of the moons rising to the east. That dolphin, North Star, he is just swimming like crazy. Never seems to run out of energy. I don't know how it's possible, but he keeps pulling you. And as the second moon begins to appear and the sky is darkening in the east, you see something in the distance. Give me a D20, the two of you. with advantage and +1, both of you.
Eight.
Okay, hang on. Dirty 20.
Awesome. In the distance, you see something so far away in the direction that North Star is pulling you. You see something. At first it looks like a rock, but then it grows. As you get closer, it seems to be growing wider and wider. And you realize that it's land. And then as you look behind you and you see Jesse holding on to Sebastian and Mariana, your eyes drift past them and you see something else in the water. Also in the far distance, like a finned back, rises out of the water and goes back under again. And it seems to be moving in your direction. The dolphin, North Star, is pulling you. And he seems to be picking up in intensity. This is a miracle dolphin because he could probably outlast Flipper. Because he is going and he's going and he's going and he's pulling. And the landmass ahead of you is growing in size. You begin to see mountains, the crests of mountains, the peaks in the distance. Water washes into Mariana's mouth and she chokes on it and wakes up, and with a start she almost breaks loose of the grip of Jesse as she looks around.
Sorry.
And then grabs hold of the crate herself. What do you say to her?
Sorry. Have a good nap.
I'm just that anyone got any water?
We
Mariana,
can all just hold on a little bit. I think I see land.
Mariana, your scalp is like, you touch your scalp and it feels hot to the touch. Really hot. You almost feel blistered there. Whisper. Oh, go ahead.
I think. Oh God, wait. Out of character, I just had a blank. What do you when you've got like sunstroke? Sorry. So I'll be like, I think I caught sunstroke.
There's nothing we can do about it here. We just need to get the point to where the dolphin's taking us. We just need to get there as soon as we can.
Thanks, North
Are
Star.
you good? You got a grip?
I'll be okay. Yeah, sorry.
And reposition to get a better grip of Bastion then.
Okay. And as you do that and you adjust your grip on the crate, you glance past Sebastian, who you're dragging behind you, and you see, you and Whisper and Mariana see a black fin rise about 200 yards back out of the water as it just kind of rolls and dives under again. You can't see what made it. You just see the fin and part of a back of a creature, and it's heading in your direction. Now you can all see, well, except for Sebastian, who's still unconscious, you can see a shoreline, and it's about 200 yards away. And go ahead.
I'm gonna kind of pull Bastion closer, give him a bit of a shake. Hey, Whisper Seas Land. Are you awake?
Give me a Constitution roll, Sebastian. With advantage and +1.
Uh, 6.
Each one gets a +1.
Yeah, with the advantage, it was a 5, and then the 5 would be a +1 to a 6.
Okay.
Oh my God.
He's still unconscious.
Sorry.
Right now,
Um,
you're about 150 yards away from the shore. But
Please
that
don't let
creature
go.
is gaining on you. It's about 125 feet away.
Do I know what it is yet?
Nope. It's unlike any fin you have ever seen.
Can I?
Can I try? Can I try to? I will try to help Belvedere to get a hold on Sebastian, so that it's not all the way on him.
I know
Okay.
I kick too.
Finally, somebody says they'll help the dolphin swim. As Jesse starts kicking with his feet, kind of like a frog-legged swim, pushing. You speed up, and you manage to maintain the distance between yourselves and the creature as its back arches over the surface of the water again and goes under. Now you're...
As I see,
Go ahead.
Sorry. As I see this working, I will start paddling too.
As will I.
Okay. You're speeding up. You're going a lot faster. By the way, this back with this fin on it is massive. So it's probably... Well, as it breaks the surface again, this thing has a back that's about 30 feet long, 40 feet long. And you're still not seeing the head or the tail of this thing. You just see the back arching through the water and going under again, up and down. You're putting a little bit of distance between you and it because you're all helping North Star swim. North Star's like, ah, ah, and you could swear you understand it saying, hurry, hurry. Or maybe that's your subconscious. But now the shore is 50 yards away. Give me another roll. Straight roll
All of them?
+1.
All of us?
Yep.
3.
Oh no.
Wait, Sebastian is asleep, isn't he?
Yeah, it's still unconscious.
Yeah, you don't have to roll. Well, actually, you can give me a roll and we'll see if you wake up.
13.
16.
12.
Oh, good rolls. Sebastian, you feel yourself coming to consciousness as water pushes against your back and something is gripping the back of your life preserver. And you open your eyes just as you see the back of this creature rising above the surface and then going under again. And you
I'm going to say must go faster. Must go faster.
Oh, a tribute to Jurassic Park. I love it. So, the shore is now 25 yards away. The
I'm going to
creature...
help kick.
Okay. Kicking and waving. And you speed up a little bit. The creature pulls within 50 yards. Now the shore is 15 yards away, and you can feel your knees, your feet, touching bottom. The dolphin starts slowing down and then stops swimming and you're able to stand, the creature that was following, you see it rise and then turn away. And you're standing in water that's about 5 feet deep, 4.5 feet deep, and you're able to reach the shore. And as you climb up on the shore, you get far away from the water as your feet will carry you, but you feel like your whole body is heavy. One of you drags the crate. Which one will it be?
I will.
I'll give it a try as well.
Okay. And
I'm
you
gonna hug the dolphin before we leave the water.
okay. The dolphin goes and then once you let it go, it swims away. North Star disappears beneath the waves. And as you get to the sandy beach, where the sand is dry, you all drop to your knees, breathing deep, looking around. And as your vision fades, and you all collapse from exhaustion, the crate in the sand next to you, between you, you see palm trees all along the shore. And then you all fall asleep from exhaustion. Now,
Do we make it so? So we're on the beach in the sun with heat stroke. We're not. Are we going to at least try to get to the palm trees before we collapse? Or-
well, you collapsed, and now would be the time when we roll to see what race you are.
Oh boy.
The thing is, it's now 11:15. So, what we're going to do, real quick, I need you each to roll a D100, and I will make note of it for myself. And then, when we play next, you will learn what race you are. As soon as I get
I've been waiting for so long, Peter. I've been waiting for so long.
I rolled a 41.
41.
8.
$92.
12.
Who said that? 92?
Jesse.
Jesse. 92. Whisper was 41. Mariana was 8. And Sebastian?
12.
I'm sorry?
12.
Okay. And with that, we are going to end for the night. I
Good
want to
cliffhanger.
thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank my magnificent players who have embraced this chaotic adventure. The 4 of you are amazing. Let me just say that. The viewers have been amazing. The engagement in chat has been amazing. Remember, Mariana needs dice. And we will see everybody in 2 weeks. And meanwhile, there might be news on Dragons of a Winter Storm. We're not 100%. It might be coming back. The on-hold thing might be delayed a little longer. We don't know yet. Check out our Discord for news and to engage with the players and just talk about what you saw. The link to join Discord is in the Twitch chat right now. And I want to thank all of you for joining us for this adventure. And we will see you soon. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.